Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Ohemaa Bonsu. If you are a returning subscriber, thank you so much for clicking to watch this video. So for today, I'm gonna do a brown smoky eye look on my brown skin in a brown set in honor of Black History Month, because why not? So if you want to see which products I use in today's video and how the look turns out, then keep on watching. Okay, so I went ahead and prepped my eyeshadow base, and now it's creased because I did it on live and I was talking forever. So first I'm going to use a brown melanin makeup palette, okay, and this is what that looks like. This is what it looks like on the inside. Okay, so first I'm taking our shade QYA, I think it's Oya, and I'm putting that in my crease, right? I know what you're gonna say. It's not, the yellow is not showing up, blah, 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 blah. That's exactly how I want it to look. So I'm okay with that. And I'm using a Juvia's Place.
Mommy.
Yes, Belly.
She first being naughty.
Oh, I'm sorry. So I'm using a Juvia's Place brush. And this is the J117 brush. They have very nice brushes. Like, I didn't know. I like how long they are. They feel good in the hand. The shapes are nice. Okay, so I'm taking the shade Sweet Brown, and I'm putting that directly in the middle of this. I have been dreaming of a brown smoky eye forever. So this is very exciting for me to be doing it now. So at this rate, I feel like I'm gonna put a lot more of the yellow in the outer corners because I want to contain this brown. Once it goes past the yellow, it would blend into my skin, and I don't want that to happen. So I'm gonna try to contain it as much as I possibly can. I'm just blowing it up a little bit into the yellow, but not too much because I still want it to show up, okay? This almost kind of feels like a brown halo eye look. I'm just blending and blending and blending. Now, the brown melanin makeup is a repost page on Instagram where they, I'm using the first shade to blend out the edges, where they repost videos and pictures of influencers and, you know, brown skin influencers, you know. Okay, we're gonna leave it at this. And I'm gonna go ahead and prime my skin with, I'm using the Fenty Beauty mattifying primer, and I'm gonna put that on my face, blend it in. A lot of people are surprised about how much primer I use. I use enough primer to make sure that my skin is, is like covered in it, because I really don't see the point of using a pea-sized primer. I have oily skin. If I use a pea-sized primer, number one, my face is bigger. My face is big. It's not going to cover my face. Number two, I have oily skin, and using a pea-sized primer, it's not gonna cover anything. Let's not do that, okay? So I went ahead and picked up the Juvia's Place foundation in the shade 130, and 130 is Mali. I usually use the shade Chad. But today I want to try 130. You can also use Range Beauty because they have beautiful foundation that literally mimics skin, especially my skin, yellow undertone, everything. Or you can also use the Uoma Beauty foundations. These are good foundations too. I've just been having a lot of difficulty matching my skin lately, so I'm just trying something else to see how it blends out. So this is the shade, I'm gonna go back to my regular shade. Never mind, scratch that. I was just kidding. I'm going back in with 120 Chad, which is my shade, and I have it next to me, so yeah. That's 120. I want my base to be full coverage, that's why I'm using this, but any one of the foundations I showed you would be a good foundation to use. I'm gonna blend out with the colored Raine lime Raine sponge. It is matte. It is fluffed out. I wet it so it's damp, and you can also use the Dark Skin Makeup Daily sponge. Those are very nice sponges. You guys have seen me use that sponge a few times already. I really like them. So I thought I liked the colored Raine holiday collection sponges better, but it turns out that I don't. I actually just prefer this one because it's firmer than the other one. The other one came out too soft, and I do like soft sponges, but it was entirely too soft for me. So remember I told you, if this doesn't come out right, don't blame me. Oh, I completely messed this up. I shouldn't have added 130 to it. So next I'm going to go in with the Uoma Beauty concealers. I have two concealers over here, and I have the shade T2 and T1. So first I'm going to go in with T1, and then I'm going to add T2. T2 has a more yellow tone to it. I'm going to blend it out with the same sponge. The concealers are super thick and they cover so well. Do you see this? This is one of those concealers that if you're not careful, you're gonna overdo it because you think, oh my god, it's not like gonna be enough, and then you use it and bam, too much. It balanced out my foundation very nicely. So next I'm gonna take the Juvia's Place Chocolates palette. I'm gonna use this to contour my face. I'm gonna use both this shade and this shade. Now, if I'm not using the Juvia's Place contour palette, I will be using the Koivoka contour stick or the contour powder, because Koivoka is also a black owned brand, but right now she's not making product yet. I mean, yeah, she's not making product for a little bit, so later this year when she comes back, you know, you guys can go ahead and buy it. But for now, the one that you can actually easily access is the Juvia's Place one, hence I'm recommending it. Okay, so next I'm taking Juvia's Place Saharan Blush Palette Volume 1. I really like this. And I'm taking this shade and this shade. I'm gonna use that as our blush. So we're gonna do brows. So for my brows, I'm gonna use Evita Joseph Brow, what is it called? High Definition Expert Brow, and this is the shade Midnight Drop. Now Evita Joseph is a Ghanaian based brand, or is a Ghana based brand, but you can buy it at Marjani Beauty Co, and that's located in Washington. I'm taking some of our deepest brown shade and I'm gonna put that directly on my lower eyelid. And I told you, it matches my face. So it's like, I don't have anything there. Okay, so next I'm taking the Juvia's Place Chocolates palette, and I'm taking this shade right here, and I'm going to highlight my face with it. I feel like this highlighter or this eyeshadow is the perfect tone highlighter for my skin tone, okay? Or anybody darker than me. Because of the way it is, it glows, okay, but it does not give you that line of demarcation. Like a yellow highlighter would look so good, or a golden highlighter would look so good on us. It's just that if you want to get that intense highlighter, it always just gives you that line of demarcation, and this highlighter never does that. I went ahead and lined my lips with the Juvia's Place Yoko set. I took the lippy in there. This lippy is beautiful. I wish this was a lip liner. If Juvia's Place would ever come out with lip liners, we want this shade as one of those lip liners, okay? And then I put the colored Raine lippy in the shade Caramel in the middle of it, and this is gorgeous. Lip gloss on my lips before I put these, so they're not as matte as they're supposed to be. They're more like satin finish now because I had gloss on my lips before I put them on, but on a regular day they would both be matte lippies, okay? I like the way it feels right now. I like how my eyes turned out. It looks good. If I didn't intentionally make sure that yellow was surrounding the brown, I feel like it would have blended into my skin a whole lot, and that would not have made me happy. But you know what? I'm not mad at it. I'm not mad at how my makeup turned out. So with any of the products that I put on my face today, if you were thinking about picking them up, I would definitely suggest you go ahead and pick them up. I would also suggest that you check out Range Beauty and Dark Skin Makeup Daily. I will try to make like a black owned brand only video once a month, because I feel like even though I do use them in every single video, I don't specifically say that they are black owned brand, and because of that, I guess it gets lost in the picture. But if I specifically make a black owned brand video, will you watch it? And if you do, will you share it with your friends? Because we need more exposure on the people doing it right and doing it for us. Okay, so thank you guys so much for watching. I love you, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye.